Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, but don't let children listen to this. This is Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with zero upside. I am sorry that I am spitting little pieces of pistachio out of my mouth. I made the mistake of eating pistachio, and when you're my age, things come flying out of your mouth. But people don't really get mad at you because you're older, and they say, hey, he's just eccentric.
I like a little shrapnel. It's okay.
A little shrapnel. By the way, that is the voice of my guest today. We are here at Skank Fest, and it is an unbelievable, crazy festival, and we are here in New Orleans, the Big Easy, and one of the comics on the festival is Geneviève Dubé. Jennifer, welcome. Now, I just want to tell people that you have a scratchy voice. Mm-hmm. You were doing a ton of shows.
Yeah.
I think in L.A. or Toronto, was it?
I was in Toronto, and I just want to say you're welcome for giving you my sexy, sick voice. It's very sexy. Please calm down. I understand. And if I do cough, hopefully there'll be less shrapnel than his pistachio stuff, but we'll see.
Yes. I tell people, when I'm doing a show, it's sort of like Blue Man Group, where I don't know if do you remember Blue Man Group?
I grew up in the 90s. I was born in 1990. Of course I know Blue Man Group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, people in the first three rows, they would wear smocks, and that's what I tell people to do when it's my performance, because of, if I have a sandwich, sometimes it's even half the sandwich will come flying out.
Well, that's wasteful.
I have a swallowing issue. No, I'm kidding.
That's wasteful of you. Half your sandwich just going out the...
Matter of fact, I was near an ICE agent, telling him he was a Nazi prick, and half my sandwich went flying at him, and I was arrested, and I was tried, but I got off when I said, look, that's a swallowing issue. I didn't mean to throw it at the ICE agent.
For sure.
Remember that?
Esophageal issue, I get it.
Esophageal issue.
I'm dealing with the same thing. We can both cough. It's good.
No, by the way, welcome everybody. This is great. Kevin Tinkin is back in L.A. He'll be editing this and putting in his own touches. And I'm like, I had to get a podcast together, and I was like, Geneviève, you want to do this? And there's hundreds of comics, and I chose you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, because what I do is I listen to a sample of voice before I make a decision.
Sexy, sick voice.
Yeah, and I was like, this woman has a very fetching voice right now.
Thank you so much. I need to address something right out of the gate here. I really appreciate he's saying my last name perfectly. I'm French-Canadian, so my name is Geneviève, or Geneviève.
Geneviève.
Yes.
I love saying Geneviève.
Thank you so much. You say it beautifully. That's perfect. Thank you.
Well, I'm a bit of a linguist. Yes, I studied linguistics.
Oh, my God.
No, I was going to try to make up something, and it just wasn't happening. And that's what happens to me on stage a lot, where I'll start improvising. You ever do this on stage, where you start improvising, and you think you're going to have a great bit,
and then it just disappears.
And then it just disappears. And are we close enough to the mics, by the way? Is it good? Okay. Everybody, I just want to say this is my first cup of coffee. When did you get... You got up early. Because I woke up and I saw your text and I responded, and then I went right back to sleep for another hour and a half.
What? It's like I can't kick even as a comic, which is why I think I get sick. What? I can't kick the early wake up from... I was a competitive figure skater for years. I retired at 23.
Oh, my God. We have to talk about competitive
I just can't kick it. Like, once in a while, I go through a phase where, as a comic, you need to sleep in because you need to sleep. But it's just this weird thing. I wake up and I feel guilty for not getting up. It's tough.
My father, God rest his soul, and I got his house, and that money is... I'm able to relax a little bit now.
Give Charlotte a good life.
Give Charlotte a good life. You know what my vet said? Brought her into the vet, and this
Not his wife, it's his dog.
Right, I never talk about my wife. Charlotte, so the vet, Dr. Kuban in L.A. on Laurel Canyon, she looks at Charlotte, she goes, oh my God, this dog, you can tell, is loved. And that made me feel so...
No better feeling.
It made me feel so good that a vet said, oh my God, you could tell this dog is loved. And I have that same feeling about Charlotte because she's 17, and which is old for a terrier, but I think love keeps her alive. And it's why I wither. I don't get it. I don't get the love that I need. And it's why I feel tired all the time.
Could be. Could be.
Could be is right. I mean, why is it so hard for people to love?
I think people have been hurt. It's difficult.
So let me try to get the name right again. Geneviève? Geneviève. Because
stunning.
now in my head it's
Gorgeous.
Geneviève Dubé.
Yeah.
Geneviève Dubé.
Exactly.
Are you? So then you're a Canadian citizen, is that right?
Correct.
That's good because
Yes,
of
it
the
is right now.
fascism. Yes. Have they haven't started coming after Canadians?
Well, in the beginning, when he was reelected, he who must not
Let's
be
just
named,
call him
Voldemort. I shouldn't be talking about this. Thank you for letting me into your country.
I know, I feel like we're being monitored constantly now, but I'm like, fuck it.
We have to fill out different forms and stuff now. If we come into the country for more days, there's all these restrictions. At the very beginning, obviously, the tariffs have been a big issue.
Right, Canada was like, fuck you at first, right?
Well, honestly, still, a lot of the stores will only carry, like, Canadian products now on purpose. Because, like, you know, it's always been like a nice exchange between the two countries. That was the whole point of NATO, obviously, and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just such a shake-up. Very confusing.
Yeah.
Canada
has always been our ally. Why would we like do that to Canada? But that's the Cheeto Bandito, who is Trump. Cheeto Bandito.
He is Cheeto Bandito. I would just
Trumpty Dumpty is my other name for him, huh?
I just want to take a Kleenex and just go like this on his face just to see. Is he wearing as much makeup as me? Or like, what's going on?
Yeah, he's a mess. He's just a mess. You know what he's like? He's like a clown. Like what he looks like to me is like he used to be the host of a clown show for children, 100%. And then he just rose to power, but he kept all the makeup and the hair.
Don't understand. And his lips bother me. It looks like he's constantly wearing frosted pink lipstick from the 80s.
Is that right?
Or SPF lip chapstick, SPF chapstick that makes your lips white and the rest of you is orange.
Oh, I don't know a lot of lip wear. I like hockey. By the way, you...
Hockey?
Yeah, I love hockey.
My dad was a hockey player. He was a high-level hockey player.
Dubé.
His last name's Carpenter. My full name is Geneviève Dubé Carpenter, the French-Canadian way you put both together. But for the sake of comedy, to simplify it, because there's a lot of letters in my name, I just go by Geneviève Dubé. But yeah.
But who was he? What was his hockey name?
So his actual name, and this is going to be confusing if anyone is a fan of cinema, his name is John Carpenter.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
He did The Thing and Escape from New York. Yeah.
Yes.
And he had time to be a hockey player.
No, he played Junior A, and he had a signing bonus to go for NHL. He got his skates. That was like a signing bonus and stuff. And then he had his pelvis broken.
What was broken?
Pelvis. He was a defenseman.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You know what people don't understand? A lot of people sometimes begrudge athletes the money they make, but what they have to go through physically is insane. Like your dad could not play because he broke his pelvis. Yeah. And I relate to that because I just recently had a roller skating accident where I took Natalie,
Eddie,
one of our producers here, is just laughing when I say that. And I don't like, this is what's gone on, the comedy of cruelty. Like I say I had a roller skating accident and there's a chuckle.
I wanted to be into roller skating and I fell too many times and I went, I'm not going to do it. No, literally I just dabbled into it where I bought a pair of roller skates, went out once, fell a couple times and went, I don't think this is for me.
Well, here's my little sad story is I used to rollerblade all over New York City and play hockey. I'm a huge New York Ranger fan. Are you a Canadian fan? Le Habitat?
I'm from a house divided, which is hard. My mom, who's the French Canadian, die hard, like Canadian. Yeah, Habs fan. And my dad grew up like Toronto area, so
those are two
heavy.
Hardcore fan bases too.
I think that's why they got divorced, honestly. Probably.
Let me tell you something. This is my French Canadian accent. Let me tell you something.
Jean Chrétien, is that you?
He was a Leaf fan?
My dad? Or Jean Chrétien? No, Jean Chrétien is an old prime minister, sorry. He had like a heavy French Canadian accent, and that's all.
Oh, okay. If you're going to root for the Habs, then it's over.
Man, I do have to say, though, going to a Habs game at the Bell Center in Montreal, there's nothing like it. Diehard fans. It's just,
I want to go.
It's so fun. You're in New York. Just pop up when you're in New York. It's so
I
close.
have to go to the Bell Center because
awesome.
as a Ranger fan, whenever the Canadians, I have to say my team first, whenever the Rangers play the Canadians in the Bell Center, I am envious of how knowledgeable and fucking loud those fans are.
It's awesome.
They are such diehards and they know the game. And by the way, Ranger fans are really good, but I could tell the Hab fans are
like
just so intense. And I love when the Rangers come in there and beat them, which we did already this year.
Early in the season, sir. I think like French Canadian fans are so diehard because we have like this one part of the country. Technically, the whole country is supposed to be bilingual, but it's really there, and there's so much like fierté, like pride there. And this is like, imagine, this is why I don't understand like the Expos in MLB. They got moved because right now in baseball, our only Canadian team are the Jays, and it's
was that crushing?
It was. So I love the Dodgers. Like I live part time in LA.
Do?
I live part-time in LA.
I
live
hate
part-time
them.
in Toronto.
I'm a Yankee fan. I'm New York.
Because you're in New York.
Yeah.
I'm
in LA for the last 23 long years.
I get
Very long years in LA because the sun comes out every day like an alcoholic parent. And it just is like, you motherfucker, Pepitone. Yeah. This is the sun. You motherfucker.
Take it.
Why are you always watching bondage pornography? You should be out in the sun. Yeah.
It's angry.
And check this out. I just want to say this. I have your name, Geneviève.
Yes.
Geneviève Dubé. Geneviève, when I left LA to come here, we're having a super duper rainstorm.
I know.
They call it an atmospheric river. And I'm missing it. And I love when it rains in LA. I make sure
chaos.
It's chaos and I don't go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Hunker down.
Hunker down. I watch film noir.
Nothing like a good hunker down. Shit.
Love hunkering down. That's why I'm looking forward to the apocalypse.
Yeah.
It will be nothing. It will be nothing but hunkering down.
That'll be fun. We can send each other letters through pigeon. That'd be good. I like it.
I'll just be screaming. Your voice will be gone, but I'll be screaming, Jean-Vieux!
Perfect.
Rangers beat the Habs. I sound Chinese now. Okay. All right. Now, I want you to rest your voice while I do a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to do a guided meditation. Okay. All right, everybody. I'm in New Orleans today, and I'm right on the banks of the great Mississippi, and I hope everybody out there who's about to meditate with me has on light-fitting clothing. A lot of people, when they meditate, will try to meditate in bike shorts, which cuts off the circulation to the genitalia. So please be in light-fitting. I prefer linen because my father died and I'm able to afford linen. If your parents haven't died and you haven't inherited I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I'm giddy with the fact that I'm selling the house this week. And I swear to God, when I get that money, I can give up this meditation shit. But I want you guys, with your first in-breath, I want you to breathe in the fact that maybe, just maybe, you won't die violently here in America. And it's probably not a good chance. If I had to give a percentage, I would say it's 50-50 with the fascism and the eco-catastrophe. It's also, we're coming up on the holidays and it's mass shooting season. Look, it's mass shooting season, but there are also great bargains. So it's 50% of this, 50% of that. You know, if you are in a store where there's a mass shooting, be sure to pick up an item that's on sale. All right. So with your first in-breath, I want you to breathe in the fact that you have a 50-50 chance of not being killed in a violent act. And also, with your first in-breath, I want you to breathe in a golden ball of light. Now, I have talked about, now I want you to visualize a golden ball of light. And let that light, and by the way, the sun right now is warming our planet and we're having floods. LA is in an atmospheric river storm, which means most people in LA will drown within the next 72 hours. Luckily, I'm in New Orleans. I flew my dog out so she wouldn't be victim to the atmospheric river. But when you breathe in that golden ball, don't think of the sun, because the sun is warming our planet because its rays get trapped by the CO2 and methane. I don't know why the scientists don't talk about methane, but it's going to be so warm that floods, fires, we won't be able to grow crops. Do not think about any of that. Just breathe in a beautiful golden ball of light. And I don't want people to be looking at their phones right now while you're meditating. So many people, while they're meditating, are now looking to see what handsome men and pretty girls liked their pictures. I'm laughing because I do that all the time. Now, I want you to breathe in that golden ball of light, and I want you to see within that let the golden ball of light go to your heart. Now, I know a lot of you have heart issues. A lot of you have a heart that is thickened. A lot of people's hearts are thickening in this kind of climate catastrophe. They have trouble breathing. I know a lot of you, when you go up steps, you're like, this could be my last step. And that happens a lot. But I want you to put that golden ball of light right in your heart chamber, even though some of it may be atrophied or calcified. Put that golden ball of light in there. And within that golden ball of light, see 10 little dachshund puppies. Little dachshund puppies within a beautiful, loving golden ball of light. And dachshunds, if you ever had a dachshund, they are the sweetest little things, except ones that have rabies. I don't want you to put in a dachshund with rabies, okay? Just beautiful dachshunds within this golden ball of light. And let it grow. Let the golden ball of light grow in your chest, past your lungs that have been destroyed by your vape pen. My guest has very bad lungs. I actually had a vape pen of marijuana, and it was called Cake. And I swear to God, I smoked myself into a coma. And I just remember crawling around my kitchen floor, a grown man going, Eddie, why do you do this? You say that it's to feel good, but you're crawling around now in a coma. Maybe you're not being honest with yourself. I don't want you to think about any of that. I want you to feel love. And now, with your out breath, I want you to breathe out all of your bad childhood memories. Breathe out the fact that you were trapped in a steel box by one of your psychotic neighbors for over 8 years, and you were kept alive with an eyedropper of high fructose corn syrup through one of the pinprick holes. And through that pinprick hole, you would see a clown waving his cock at you. And that was your childhood. I want you to breathe all of that out. Don't think of any of that. I want you to breathe out the fact that your mother used to beat you with a copy of Leon Uris's Exodus about the Jews escaping Egypt, I believe. I don't know. I didn't read it. I was reading books like Fanny Hill and Canterbury Tales. So breathe all of that out, and with your final in-breath, and hopefully you're in light-fitting clothing, because I want you to contract your diaphragm. I want you to contract your diaphragm so all of the air is out. Contract. Now, a lot of you won't be able to contract your diaphragm because you've recently had surgery and you have a hip-to-hip scar where things were removed, and the hip-to-hip scar is not healing because you're vegan and you refuse to eat protein. Okay? Your hip-to-hip scar is not healing. And now, with that final in-breath, just think that it will all be over soon. Okay, that's our guided meditation.
I'm lightheaded. That's crazy.
That's
good.
Well, I try to lead people out of their darkness, you know?
Yeah. I appreciate that about you. I think that's very giving of you and loving, caring of you.
Now, by the way, the next bit I'm going to do is called Alan Margaret, where there are two people who live inside my head.
Okay.
And
I'm glad I'm sitting right next to you. That's great. I feel safe.
No, yeah. Oh, I'm the kind of insane person where all my self-loathing all my hatred is directed toward myself.
Okay.
You know, where a lot of people will direct it outward and blame other people.
I'm the same way. So
Are you?
High five. I'm the exact same way.
You're a high fiver. I noticed.
I love high fiving. God, I love a good high five. Just makes me feel accomplished somehow.
Before I do Alan Margaret, I just want to ask you about competitive figure skating.
Sure.
Because I read about these young kids, how they are put through the fucking ringer to become these superstar athletes, and they get very fucked up from it. What was your experience?
I
want you to breathe that out.
I want to first and foremost say that I wouldn't take the experience like.
You wouldn't trade it?
I'm so glad. Yeah, for anything in the world. I mean, I've had lots of knee surgeries.
Oh, shit.
Injuries. We're talking lots of concussions, like dislocations, dislocated knees, fingers, torn Achilles, everything you can think of.
I tore my Achilles twice.
Oh, that's awful.
You tore it once?
My dad was a hockey player, technically professional, and growing up, he was like figure skaters. Like you watching it. The whole point of the sport is to make it look beautiful and easy, but it's the last thing. For example, my knee surgeon, my entire family, everyone's super tall in my family. I'm 5'3" 3/4.
5'3" and a quarter?
5'3" 3/4.
Okay.
My growth was stunted. It's a tough sport.
You were a cigarette smoker as a toddler.
Clearly. Like the Russian figure skaters, I actually do have a story about that. They actually were smoking in the
Were they really?
I swear to God. my whole life, like I was like 10, 11, competing against 15, 16, 17-year-olds. My whole life was you wake up, go skate, get to school late, leave school early at 1:30, get the homework that you were going to miss, and then you're out of the homework, go to skating, skate for several hours, do whatever off-ice training it was that day, whether it was like weight training, ballet, Pilates, that kind of a thing.
How old were you?
Go home.
When you started?
Do your homework, go to bed. I was like 5, 6.
5 or 6.
Yeah, but I loved it.
You did.
It made
wasn't
me
like
me.
something you were forced into.
God, no. It was like I blew through something for like a learn to skate program, and they're like, you have to put her in figure skating. And my parents are like, they're great. I mean, there's like that awkward age around 12.
Yeah.
Where all my friends are having sleepovers and I can't go have sleepovers and go to pool parties and that kind of a thing.
You couldn't because you were training?
Yes. So at that point in time, that's when like I maybe pushed back a little. My parents were like, well, like my mom pushed back a little, like, no, this is like, you know, I lived, breathed it. It made me really successful. I mean, in figure skating, all you have is yourself. All the pressure's on you.
Wow.
So it's like stand-up comedy.
I was going to say.
It's the highest of highs when it goes well and the lowest of lows when it doesn't go well.
That is very much how I feel about stand-up.
And I think that's why it feels so like akin to me, and I just fell in love with it because of that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That perhaps maybe you got addicted a little bit to the adrenaline rush of that high.
100%.
You know, but also I wanted to ask you, did you take that discipline? Because that is, and I'm really admire that, because I am such an undisciplined person. Like I can't sit in one spot and write.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I start to write and then I'm like, oh God, I'm probably missing something outside or I have this crazy thing where I start to write.
You get hyper-focused.
No, I wish I could.
Okay.
I have this crazy thing where I start to write and I'm thinking, oh, but maybe my dog needs me. Maybe my friend needs me. Like I feel like I don't, it's really fucked up. I talk about it with my shrink, but I feel like I don't deserve to have that time. But
Intrusive.
I always make it about me. But what I'm admiring about you, though, is that you had that discipline. So let me ask you this about stand-up. Do you have that discipline to write right now?
It's kind of been a weird journey because I didn't know all growing up, because I was so active and stuff, that I have like severe ADHD, and I learned that later on.
Do.
But I applied that to like I had a beautiful undergrad. I went to grad school for osteopathy.
What you went to grad school?
I'm 35.
Oh wow, you look really young.
We're the same age, I thought.
You know, I wish I wasn't this old at
How
this
old
point.
are you? Truthfully.
I don't want to say.
Okay. I mean,
Because you'll be like
No. No, my mom had me at 40.
67.
My mom had me at 40. She's 75.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But I feel very young because you know what?
Good.
Stand up.
Keeps you young.
Yeah, I'm youthful.
Keeps
you know
me
what
immature.
I mean? But my body is starting to betray me. I have this thing growing out of my back that looks like a horse's head.
For real?
No.
What are we talking?
No,
Godfather
no.
first? Or like,
I'm kidding.
oh my God.
I'm kidding. But I've had a couple of physical issues this fucking year, which sucks. But
I'm 35 and have had so many because of being an ex-athlete forever, and so unfortunate. I feel like 1,000 years old. It's so gross. Can't even have sex without my hip. Like it's like crack, crack, crack. Like it's so not good. Every
my
thrust,
God.
it's like
I
cracking.
can't have
disgusting.
sex without the other person saying, "Oh, please stop."
That's usually my role.
That's right. So tell me, you had ADHD.
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 It sounds like
Did you
you.
go on any med?
I just started.
You just started?
Yeah, like a very like it's not like an aggressive one. It's very like the most low key I guess you could have.
Because I have a couple of friends on Adderall, and
No,
they're
that's so
nuts.
scary. That's scary.
They're nuts.
No, that's the scary stuff. No. I'm on like that's the scary stuff. Might as well do crack cocaine. I don't understand. Literally, please.
Exactly.
But no, I'm on something very, very mild to help, and most importantly is cognitive behavioral therapy. That is the most important thing.
Does that help?
Yeah, there's days I don't take my medication, and I try to get through the day without that. But I'm very much like you. I'm distracted by everything.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. I'm going to do a bit. I'm going to do a bit in a minute that'll give you another.
Okay, give it to me.
Time, but give you some more time.
Perfect.
But go ahead. I want to talk about. So, how is your discipline with writing, or are you like me? And most of my quote unquote writing comes from interacting with other comedians, and also I think I get a lot of material on stage.
Absolutely. Crowd work, and something hits so well, and you're like, okay, now that's a staple, that's a standard. Mm-hmm. I do this thing. People with ADHD, they do this. ADHD do this. I'm like, sit down to write, but it's like hard. But what I do is I have like 1,000 random one-line ideas in my notepad in my phone. And then what I try to do is sit down and break it out into something.
That's great.
But it's tough for me. Usually what ends up happening is at the last minute, I'm doing like a 20-minute set or something, and I'm like, okay, how many new things do I want to do? And then I go to my notebook, and I'm like, and then I'm hyper-focused, and then I can like build it out, and then, okay, then try it.
Excellent. Excellent.
That's it. I usually panic, right?
I have a couple of bits. You ever go through this? How long have you been doing it, by the way? Yeah, I think it's funny. It's great because I think this is called the Consumption Podcast.
It's tuberculosis.
Where everybody I have on has tuberculosis or consumption, but they're also stand-ups.
I'm going to make sure to cough into the microphone so every other comment coming through here.
I'm busting your chops, and it's fine.
I am so sorry to the listeners. That's awful.
It's so fine.
Wait, what did you ask me? It's my ADHD.
Right. I have this bit. I have a couple of bits now that I think are really funny. By the way,
it's too much talking.
With what you have,
you're listening to him unshell and eat pistachios, crunching, and I'm just aggressively coughing. This is the worst podcast ever. Oh my God!
Let me talk to my producer back in Kevin. Please try to mitigate the coughing and the pistachio crunches.
Please.
Thank you, Kev. No, I have this bit now. And tell me if you go through it. How long have you been doing it?
Oh, right. Okay, so this is a weird question.
What's a weird question?
Not a weird question. It's a question I appreciate. My first year of doing it, I was up like 5 nights a week. I really once I'm passionate about something like skating, I'm like, go, go, go.
You replaced the passion with skating with your passion.
My first ever show, I got booked on 3 shows the following week, and then and it's not me bragging. What I'm saying is I put the time in aggressively, and I understand the importance of time. In December, it'll be 3 years.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
you're a newbie.
Yeah,
you're a newbie, but you really are working
very hard. Yeah.
And you love it
so much. Yeah,
you love it so much. You're at this festival, which this is like. Great festival. It's like, and I feed off the love, like after a set, they're so loving here or appreciative.
I just want to say, everyone that I talk to, you're so, and I'm not trying to pump your tires, calm down, but you're so beloved.
Oh, you're kidding.
Everyone, you're so beloved.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
You got it.
Geneviève.
Yes.
Fuck.
You got it.
Geneviève. Anyway,
For an American, it's good.
Thank you. I mean, I'm a blue-collar dude from Brooklyn, and I could never be a guy who's like high status with anyone.
That's yucky anyway. What did your parents do? What did your parents do?
They were both teachers.
No way. Everyone in my family's like a teacher.
A teacher?
My mom, actually... She was like, what comedy? And I'm like, what are you talking about? My mom she did a double major in drama and French. She was a play with like Eugene Levy, like Rick Moran, like all this stuff.
She did plays with, by the way, Second City.
Is the shit.
I just watched all of it. Again, like they have a collection of all seasons.
Incredible.
I'm such a big fan.
Yeah, she left that for, a practical paycheck.
Wow.
So she became a teacher. Then she became vice principal, and then she became a professor at a established university in Canada.
Which one?
Western.
Okay.
And but my uncles, both teachers. Like, it's crazy.
A lot of teachers.
I have 2 cousins that are teachers.
Yeah.
A lot of teachers.
Yeah. So they were teachers, and so very, low status, I have a friend who's a teacher right now, and she's a real teacher. My father hated it after a while. He did it for 35 years.
It's tough.
And in New York City.
Oh, it's tough.
And he would come home and go, Ed, I'm just a glorified babysitter.
True, I get it. My mom was always in high school, and I'll not forget this. My mom was recently just divorced, and she got positioned as a VP in this high school in Hamilton, Ontario, called Delta, and it's the roughest of rough. There'd be like knife fights. And she is like...
In Canada.
Because it mostly is. It's just this one area. And she was like 5'8", 9", beauty queen, the skinniest woman alive. Like,
would she get involved all the time?
And she would have... I remember her coming home in like tears. She'd come home so late.
My mom would come home in tears. She couldn't take it, and she got out after like 10 years. And then she threw herself...
She served 10 years, and she got out.
She threw herself out a window, and that was that,
I can't tell if you're serious or not.
I'm not serious. But that is something to drop.
She unalived herself.
To drop on someone you don't
casually
know.
Over a cup of tea.
That's what I mean.
Over coffee.
Yeah, the old lady threw herself
Crazy. Out. One of the shards landed in her neck. She hit the pavement. It was like, It's the only reason she died.
No, but she literally had like a nervous breakdown.
I swear, my mom, I will never forget one night she came home.
Yeah.
So working at that school. Anyway, teachers.
Anyway, we'll get back to you and your life, but I think you need a little bit of a voice rest.
Do.
So I am going to do...
Apocalypse Soon is sponsored by Chubby's, Eddie. Chubby's had you set with your summer wardrobe, and they're here to move you into fall and winter, too. With staples built for maximum comfort and minimal effort, feel like you just rolled out of bed while looking like $1,000,000. The Chubby's Performance Polo has 4-way stretch, Eddie, and moisture-whipping fabric with a structured collar that'll stay crisp and sharp all day long. Pair their polo with a pair of Chubby's Everywhere pants, or even their stretch shorts for those warmer fall days. Hey, you remember Chubby's, right?
Yeah, very comfortable clothes.
Oh, yeah, I've seen you out here. Eddie cut his Chubby's shorts even shorter.
I like them when they're short and they show.
Oh, yeah, they show all the goods. Well, not only will you feel good, but you'll look good, too. Whether you're layering up for tailgates, lounging through lazy Sundays, or just leaning fully into the comfort, Chubby's has you covered. For a limited time, Chubby's is giving our fans 20% off with the code EDDIE at chubbyshorts.com. That's code EDDIE at chubbyshorts.com. Support the show and show your thighs some respect with Chubby's.
Al and Margaret, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the couple that lives inside Eddie Pepitone's head. Hey, Margaret, can you pass me the butter? Al, you don't have to be so formal. And you don't have to say my name. Just say, pass the butter. Why do you say, hey, Margaret, pass me the butter? Oh, I'm sorry that I am taking elocution lessons at night. You didn't tell me you're taking elocution lessons at night. I thought you were going out to fool around. Margaret, why do you always think I'm going out to fool around? Because you come back with lipstick all over your collar. I put that on myself to make you jealous and want me more. Oh, well, it doesn't have that effect, Al. Why not? I don't know. I do want to tell you, though, I still find you ruggedly unattractive. All right, now, that does not make me feel better. Here's the butter, Al. Thank you. By the way, Margaret, these pancakes are delicious. Thank you, Al.
I'm using a new recipe that I got out of the New York Times cookbook.
Really? What kind of pancakes are they?
They're called pancakes from the eastern border of Manchester, England.
What? Manchester, England is a hellhole.
Why do you say Manchester, England's a hellhole?
Because I understand it's very industrialized and there's gangs with knives, much like in Hamilton, Ontario.
No, Al. Hamilton, Ontario is very violent. A lot of figure skaters have been killed over there just when they're hitting their prime. Al, why are you eating a pistachio?
It's not me, Margaret. It's Eddie Pepitone. You know we live inside his head.
Al, will you stop saying we are fictional characters that live inside Eddie Pepitone's head? I love you. I see you right before me. You're wearing a plaid shirt and beautiful gray linen pants.
The linen is because of Eddie Pepitone. He loves linen.
And stop coughing, Al. Okay? These pancakes are designed...
It's not me, it's Eddie's guest.
What? Al, we're two human beings living in a beautiful suburb of New Hampshire.
New Hampshire is a suburb, Margaret.
All right, don't quibble with me, Al, about New Hampshire. There's a city center.
Bits and pieces of pistachio.
I saw shrapnel. It's a treat for the next person on the mic. Just
are coming out of your mouth, Margaret.
That's Eddie Pepitone.
See? You agree that we're just fictional creations.
Al, if we're a fictional creation, how about I ask you to unzip the back of my dress?
Okay. Do you still find me ruggedly unattractive?
Yes, I do. I find you barely palatable.
Thank you, I think.
Now unzip the back of my dress and say the words, doggy, doggy, Freddy, Freddy.
Now, what the hell is that? Before I unzip you...
It's just something that turns me on, Al.
Doggy, doggy, Freddy, Freddy? Margaret, I thought I knew you.
You don't know everything about me, Al.
I certainly don't. Who is Freddy and what the hell is doggy, doggy?
Al, just unzip the back of my dress and say, doggy, doggy, Freddy, Freddy.
I will not, Margaret. I'm not a toy. I'm not an object.
You're just fictional, Al. We don't exist.
That's what I was saying.
We don't exist. This is a type of psychosis that Eddie Pepitone is living through. And he tries to battle his demons by creating a couple.
Saw it. I saw that piece of pistachio. I saw it bounce off the mic. I didn't mean to break character. Sorry, continue.
He has a guest on today. And the guest is coughing. She's a competitive figure skater with bad knees.
Look, Margaret, I don't want to get involved with the guest. Eddie is doing a great job interviewing her. And she's very lovely and she's very funny. But please, just tell me this. We don't exist, so where are we?
We're in space, Al. We are in space.
What is space?
It's consciousness. It's just pure consciousness.
Margaret, I'm scared. I am scared. And this is why I don't want to be... a Ouija board just came in the room.
It's terrifying.
Oh, Al.
Now you bring the good light.
I love Ouija boards. I love contacting the dead.
Margaret, we are dead.
You know what we could do with the Ouija board, Al? We could contact ourselves, since we're both dead. Margaret, that is one of the scariest, most absurd things Will you kiss me, for Christ's sakes? Only if you say, doggy, doggy, Freddy, Freddy. You know what? I'm going to finish my pancakes. Eddie's got about 13 minutes left of this podcast. And I don't want to overstay our welcome. Al, if you were real, I'd have a lot of sex with you. Margaret, I think that's your way of getting out of sex, is to say I'm not real. Maybe. Doggy, doggy, Freddy, Freddy. Come here, you lug.
That was another episode of Al and Margaret, the couple that live inside Eddie Pepitone's head.
Hey, so what'd you think of that?
That's pretty good. It's very soap opera-y, and I appreciate
What's that?
Very
Soap
soap opera-y,
opera-y.
and I appreciate that a lot. I like the drama. It's good.
So where were we in your career?
Pardon me?
Where were we in your career? I think it was ADHD, right?
Yeah.
And you're not on the heavy duty stuff, which is good, because I have friends on Adderall who are
So
literally. I'll tell you, one of my friends on Adderall. This was hilarious. She just went on it, right? So I guess
It's
when
no good.
I guess when you first go on it, it really hits you. Anyway, I sent her. I like to write one-act plays. Like, I love
Very cool.
plays. I always wanted to be a playwright, you know.
Interesting.
I did, and I wrote a couple of
I was
plays.
going to ask you, have you written?
Well, I wrote a couple of plays in college, and they got produced and everything.
What did you go to college for?
I don't want to talk about it,
Okay, fair.
you know. I went to college for pipe fitting, and it wasn't even the pipes in the grounds. It was just little pipes
Okay.
that farmers use, you know, corn cobs.
Of course, my brother is... Wait,
Yes.
you're joking. Damn it.
No,
I fell into that.
I'm kidding.
I'm too gullible to be a comedian, I swear to God. I fall into every trap.
My dad wanted me. Here's my little sad story again. My dad wanted me to be a dentist, and he was like a principal of a high school, and he was very like forceful and dominant over me. So I did a half a year in Fordham University in the Bronx.
Oh.
And I was going to be a dentist. I was a chemistry major, and he even gave me
Very cool.
he even gave me a Novocaine needle for my like 14th birthday.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he gave me a molar-shaped desk. Like, he was really trying to groom me,
Yeah.
you know. And that's a joke, but you knew that.
No, I got that. I like good. I like that.
Anyway, but I did a half a year, and my soul rejected it.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
And for the first time in my life, when I was about 18, I stood up to my dad and I said, Dad, I am dropping out of Fordham, I am dropping out of dentistry, and I'm going to study acting and playwriting.
Cool, good for
And you know what he said to me? Get out of the...
Yeah, I was going to say, go fuck yourself.
Basically.
Yeah.
He didn't support me.
I get
Which
it.
is why I'm such a nut. Like, and my mom, and this is serious, she was in and out of mental institutions for real. And so I was just like, I was kind of on my... I was the blueprint for a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, I was going to say, is she in there from raising you? Obviously kidding.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I do stand up because I'm so fucking... I mean, I got into it because I'm so fucking needy, and I live off that kind of adoration. And,
I love performing.
Yeah.
It's just,
You love it too.
performing.
You actually have that.
I
mean,
grew up doing it. It's just a different kind of like more high pressure situation, but like I grew up performing, and so when I started stand up and it started sort of taking off from what my standpoint is, everyone is like, you like comedy, like whatever. I'm like, why is that confusing? I've been performing my whole life. That's all I want to do.
Yeah. Well, women have it tougher, I think.
It's so funny because I hear it's so like
It's a man,
it's so subjective. You hear I believe that what you're saying. Mm-hmm. He's a feminist. Give him extra points.
Well, I try to be.
But then I hear from a lot of male comics sometimes, but it's always male comics that are like down in the dumps that are like, oh, you got those spots because like they have to have like a woman on the show and it's easier as a female comic.
They
I'm like,
say
are you
that to you?
Kidding me?
You
all
see,
the
that's
time.
a real shithead.
It's the insecurity in Canada.
Oh.
I never get it in LA. Everyone in LA is so supportive. I think because there's enough to go around. In Toronto, the insecurity is insane in the male comics, and it's always like, oh, she's a female, so like you get the spot because like they need a female comic on the show. And it's like, no, like funny is funny. I don't understand.
Funny is right.
Yeah. Joe Coy said that. Funny is funny.
Who said that?
Joe Coy.
Oh, Joe Coy. Yeah. He's right.
Yeah.
He's right.
And it's very difficult as a female comedian, and you know, I'm good at being one of the boys. I grew up with a brother, you know,
right?
Like, but that's you adopt that lifestyle. I haven't been on a date in like a year and a half. Like it's
really?
just
You're just kind of you're working.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't really had much. I've never been someone that wants to date just to fill time or just to date.
I love that. I like that about you. And you also said, you know, you didn't want to have kids because early because you want to fucking grow as a person.
Well, you know, I started this like, you know, in my early, like in my 30s, and I am so in love with this. It's gonna take someone to, you know, take time. Like, it's also difficult when you're up however many nights a week to go on a first date and their nights don't work with you. You know what I mean? It kind of becomes difficult. But it just has to be someone I'm really like. They have to catch my attention, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's why a lot of times comics will date comics because of the same schedule. But that doesn't work out usually.
As a female comic, it doesn't work because then, like...
Competitive.
It's also just like, if it doesn't work out, then...
Oh, that is true.
It's like...
if it's an angry thing.
Yeah, it's never good. I've heard horror stories.
Yeah.
So I try to avoid that.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Let me do one more bit.
Yeah.
This one, because we have 7 minutes left. I just want to say, I'll say this before we end. You've been a great guest.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
I wish you the best. And luckily, stand-up now is a lot more woke as far as women. And there's less of that shit because a lot of the predators have been exposed. Most of them are at this festival. All right. Now, here we go.
Exposing themselves.
So this bit is called Driving in the Rain. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Driving in the Rain. It was an atmospheric river rainstorm that gripped Southern California, and I was in my Uber Eats mobile. I had to deliver 7 vegetable burritos during an atmospheric rainstorm in LA. I started driving, and the rain was mocking me. The rain, I could hear the rain say, "You will never get love." My shrink says, that has nothing to do with rain. That has to do with the way you were brought up, and I don't buy it because that rain was such a mocking rain. At one point, that rain said, "You have a little dick." And I was like, God damn this rain. And I had 7 burritos to deliver to 7 pipe fitters. And I'm not talking about the broad I had in the back seat.
Oh my God.
Was a cougher. She was a friend of a friend, and I agreed to drive her to the pipe fitting place because she's attracted to pipe fitters. And these aren't even guys who lay pipes in the ground. They're just little pipes that people smoke. They're failures. I said, why are you attracted
to pipe fitters, and she said, just give me a ride and shut the fuck up. And she kept coughing, but she kept smoking. She was smoking menthol cigarettes, and I was like, maybe you should quit. Anyway, the rain was so heavy. It was heavier than a fat guy wearing a fat suit. That's how heavy this rain was. This rain was unbelievably vicious. More vicious than my ex-wife, who used to pin me down and shave me. The broad in the back had reactions to everything I said. The 7 burritos were much... I had already dubbed the 7 burritos the Magnificent 7, based on a movie which was about... And also I had seen a movie called Seven Grooms for 7 Brides. Jesus Christ, that woman... She works too hard, I said. Just relax. You gotta know how to relax. She was a competitive figure skater. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. The rain, my cab started to float a little. And you know what? I just turned the car off and let it float. It was no longer a car. My cab was a raft in L.A., and it was just floating down Ventura Boulevard, which is where my drop-off was for the broad and the burritos. And that's the name of my new novel, The Broad and the Burritos, which is about a broad who farts a lot. Anyway, the rain was coming down and my cab was floating like a raft. I felt like Huck Finn without the racism. I was just floating down the Mississippi, which was really Ventura Boulevard. And finally I arrived at my destination, and the guy who I was delivering to was an amputee. He was just a stump. Laughter came out of the broad's mouth, and I thought it was inappropriate. She got out of the car, she flicked her cigarette into the wet L.A. weather and said, thanks a lot, pal. I needed this. And the amputee, I said, where do you want the burritos? He said, just put it on the plate, just put it on the board that my head rests on. It was the saddest day of my life. I started stacking burritos on the board, and before I could get all 7 on, he started to float away. I said, wait, there's still 2 more burritos. He said, fuck you. I said, that's no way to treat an Uber Eats driver. You may need me again. He said, I don't give a shit. And he floated down Ventura. And the rain kept coming. An atmospheric river rain. I lit a cigarette and I thought about the competitive skater who had left. And I thought to myself, there but the grace of God go I. She had tuberculosis and no health coverage. All right.
Sweet. I mean, he left you a nice tip. 2 burritos is a nice tip.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They were a tip. I didn't look at it that way. But Geneviève.
Yeah.
Geneviève
That's it.
Dubé. I want to thank you so much. I think you have a bright future.
Thank you.
In stand-up comedy, just the way your history, the determination, the competitiveness, and you're funny. So thank you for being my guest. Do you have any parting words for Any advice for people who are listening to Apocalypse Soon?
Just want to say thank you so much for having me. It's an honor. Don't smoke menthol cigarettes. It's disgusting. And you probably would have a voice like this if you were doing it. And make sure to tip your Uber drivers 2 burritos. And I'd say that's it.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Thank you for listening / watching, not washing. Thank you for watching or listening to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside.